following bitches. I mean, I don't think that's a problem, but it's just like, for what? What do we have to follow all these people for? For what?
Hey, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Daniela, and this is Houxwife. I'm starting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so social media, what do you think? Do you think it affects relationships? Do you think it matters? Do you think that it's big deal, not a big deal? And which one's the worst?
What do you mean? Which one's the
Which
worst?
one's the worst social media? Which one's the sneakiest or the worst?
Which one's the
one's
worst?
ruins
social
relationships?
media?
Or do they even ruin relationships? Or is it all in our head? Or do you think it's really had any effect?
Okay, you want to go specifically with that? I mean, first of all, it's not social media. It's social media.
Right.
It's literally a whole encyclopedia.
Absolutely. It's easy access to anything I want.
It's easy access to anything I want.
It's also delusional. It's a little delulu, though. People think that they can have anything they want on Instagram, and I think it messes up with their head. Like, when they're in a relationship, they're probably like, I feel like they think they have so many options. Delulu world.
Okay, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. I say we start out by telling the people how social media works for us.
Okay.
The first thing is that we reunited on social media.
Correct. But for me, it was, I think I had social media for like, 5 days maybe? A month, if that. I never really was into social media. I didn't have a personal social media Instagram account. I think that it was never my thing, but I was in a relationship, got out of it, and I'm like, let me see what it's all about.
You went on social media, and then you found me.
And then I signed off once I found.
And you found me right on social media.
Right.
So the bittersweet part about it is that
there's lots of great things to social media.
Is that social media for relationships? I think that we wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for social. We might have been. We might have been for other reasons, but I think social media was the beginning of us re-meeting and having our first date and so on and so forth. And I think we kind of owe the convenience of how that played out to social media.
Correct.
Right?
But let's move on from it. The question really is, do you think it affects relationships?
Okay, so
once you have it, don't have it, does it have to do with who you are?
Let's tell the people about our initial years, like our first years. You said as soon as you found me, you got rid of it.
Right.
Did I get rid of it? I don't even remember.
So, yeah. I think a few months into it, you got rid of it, maybe for other reasons than mine, but...
Yeah, I have to just say, an overall rule, an overall thing for us was that social media wasn't an important part of either one of our lives.
On a normal basis, like individually, I think, is that what you're trying to say?
No.
No.
No. Social media wasn't an important part of our lives enough for us to feel like either one of us needed it. And I think that not needing it
made it easier.
Made it way easier.
Agreed. Like, I feel like we took out probably half the problems.
80% of our issues were probably removed because we didn't have social media.
Right. But it was never a conversation like, oh, I don't want you to have it. It was just, individually, like, I didn't care for it, and I don't know what your reasons behind it were, but we just both didn't. Like, it was never a, I want you to get rid of your social media, I don't want you to have one. It was never a discussion.
I think I kind of knew from past relationships the issues that arise with it. So just taking those lessons and applying it forward was just, I knew that I wanted peace, and I knew that I wanted this thing to work. I knew that social media only adds problems. It certainly doesn't take away.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to add. I feel like if you're not, there's just so many things that come with it.
More bad than good when you're in a relationship, generally. So what is your biggest pet peeve about social media in a relationship?
In a relationship?
Your meaning, apply that to your partner having social media.
Like if you were to have a social media?
Yes.
I probably just the fact of following bitches. I mean, I think that's a problem, but it's just like, for what? What do we have to follow all these people for? For what?
For inspiration, goddammit.
Inspiration for what?
For inspiration.
Inspiration for
You
what?
like to see beautiful views.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
You like to see breathtaking views in Italy.
That's fine, but that's why there's a what do you call it? Whatever page, explore page. Go explore. Go look at shit all day. But why does your personal Instagram have to be filled of stripper hoes? Like, I'm
this
not
is
saying,
not an attack on me because
no, it's
I
not.
I don't have right, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because I feel like that's what a girl's biggest problem is. Like, why are you following every girl, I don't know, like, why are you following people that, like, for what? Like, there's an explore page, just look at them on there. All right, or if you follow them, but then it's like, you know, there's some guys that take it to the like and then the little comments. It's like, I feel like that's what probably irritates girls. Like, for what? Look, obviously you have eyes. Go explore. Explore all day if you want to. But why do you have to go and, like, make it known?
Yeah, social media is a dangerous game. I have no answer to that other than potentially being noticed one day. Like,
exactly,
yeah,
like
the
trying
intent,
to yeah, what's the intention for? Okay, so the question could reverse to you. For a girl or as a man, what's your biggest pet peeve in a relationship, or do you even have a pet peeve? Or if you did have, like, what would be the one thing that you would say would annoy you about
my significant other having social media?
Yeah, what would be your pet peeve? What would annoy you?
I don't know. It's been so long. Like, it's been so long.
Okay, but look at other people then.
Okay, but honestly, for me, it's like if I'm super caught up on your social media, it's synonymous to, like, looking through your phone to me. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like if I take every little thing, like, put it this way: if you want to find something, you'll find something out of nothing, though.
Right.
Out of nothing, literally. So I think social media just heightens that, right? It just heightens the temptation to find something.
Right.
Even though there may be nothing there, right? Because at the end of the day, we both know that whether I follow her or not, we can do DM. I don't even have to follow her. So or
right. That's what
or
I'm
vice
saying.
versa.
So it's like there's such a, like, fine line between, like, I get, like, why those things would annoy, you know, a girl. Like, you're following a million girls, but then it's like it's not reality either. I just feel like there's
it
such
can turn into reality,
it could,
though.
but I'm just saying. But then it's like, I guess it comes down to really, like, trusting your person. Like, are you gonna follow through? Is it really just whatever you're following? You like I said, you have eyes. You could see beautiful people all day. Like, there's nothing wrong. You know, we're human. We look at people. But is your partner going to follow through with these things? So I think really that's, like, probably the deeper issue. Do you, like, how much do you trust your person?
I think the deeper issue is insecurity.
Yeah, that. Which goes hand in hand, insecurity and trust. You could have...
It goes hand in hand, but I think the bigger one of the two is insecurity.
Right, because it's almost like, okay, you have an Instagram, you do follow me, a million girls.
The reason I don't trust you.
Me?
No. No, not you. I'm speaking out loud for the people. The reason I don't trust you with social media because you are going to be fantasizing about people that have what I don't have.
Fact.
The things that I'm insecure about, you are going to find it out there.
Right, and that goes in hand with what I said in the beginning. People think they have all these options. They're so delusional. They think like, right, so two people are together and you're with someone that's lacking all these things and you're seeing it out there. Like instead of working on what you have, I feel like people are like, oh, I could just get that somewhere else. And they think it's so easy to get something else. But they don't realize that that's not reality. Like, that's not
and I think
how.
that applies for men and women.
Yeah, that applies to both. I'm not just saying one gender or like one,
And the problem, the huge problem with social media, it is literally you're only seeing the surface level of people. If that, you might be seeing a fictional person.
Right, not
a facade.
Right, not their real version of the person. They're putting out their best foot forward on Instagram.
1000%.
So that off the bat, you don't even know the person.
No, you're definitely not going to know. You're definitely not going to know the person. It's very topical and it's very
selected. They show you what selective. They show you what they want to show.
It's very curated.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
So but this is why I said insecurity, because it's a physical insecurity.
Right.
Because how can I be looking for a person with better morals, a person with,
when you don't
integrity.
even know what they're right.
That's not obviously not what
Right.
I'm scrolling through my Instagram looking at. I'm not looking for morals on there. It's literally just physical appearance. So I think the insecurities that lie in either partner directly tie to you're following such and such first from their appearance. Right?
Their appearance or lifestyle.
Yeah, appearance, lifestyle, whatever the case may be, the list goes on, but you just never get a proper judgment of who that person is to even say, this is better than what I have at home.
Right.
Yeah, it might be better looking on paper or on social media, but you still won't know until you get in the field with that other person. That's what I'm saying.
People get delusional, like, oh, I could just leave what I have because I'm going to get that. You don't even know if, first of all, you can even get that. Or second of all, if you do get that, you don't even know what you're even getting into. Like, people think they have all these options and all these choices that seem so like a click away from getting.
I got to be honest.
Uh-oh.
Once upon a time when I did music and I had social media, everything was a click away.
Yeah. It is.
This relationship was a click away for me. I don't know if there are any positives that it has brung to our relationship.
What, having or not having?
Having it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. How would it make us better?
Unless we're talking specifically about this platform.
Right, or a business, like different.
Right, right. But as far as...
Personal use.
It's a very thin line. It's a very thin line. But I fault human nature first before social media, though, because a lot of it is emotional. A lot of it, like I said, is insecurity, trust, emotional, like driven things that at the end of the day, social media is just a tool.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's what people invest in.
It's a fine line of like, it's, right, it's.
So like I'm going to give you an example. We're driving, right? We're driving in the car. Girl walks by with her dog, right? Girl's 500 pounds. I'm staring at her, but you're not asking me why I'm staring.
Right.
Same scenario. baddie walks by.
Right.
I'm staring at her. You're asking me.
Right.
Well, not you specifically, but
The person,
world.
yeah.
The world. The world would then be like, oh, what are you staring?
Yeah.
Why are you staring?
But I'm not asking you the same thing when you're staring at something else.
Exactly. So if I follow the 500-pounder, it could be the opposite sex. It's solely tied to insecurity.
Right.
And yeah, I might leave you for the 500-pounder. But you in your own mind don't feel threatened. This is why it doesn't cause a problem.
Yeah.
It's only when the insecurities kick
within yourself.
in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to show you. So like for me, I'll tell you again, I am human. There are things in me as a man that might make me jealous. But I have worked time and time again to be so confident and secure with myself that
It's like
I do feel like there may be threats out there, but I don't feel them as the next. I don't feel them as much as the next man because I have worked on being secure.
You know what you You know
with
I really
what I bring to the table.
Yeah, that's true.
And I really strongly believe that. And I just feel like I said this the other night. If someone is able to intrude, come into our situation, and take you, they deserve you. Because that literally means that I wasn't at the top of my game to do whatever it was, communicate or do whatever I had to do, provide whatever it is. And if you feel like you needed to step up on me or go sideways or do whatever the case may be, then that's what it is. But there's nothing you can do to stop that. I don't care who you are. Right? Like there's nothing you can do to stop that.
It's something that's so out of your control that it's like, so when you realize like, okay, I guess that's where I'm saying like it is just social media, because I feel like you said, if you feel like secure enough with yourself, you know that you're being the best version of yourself, that you're giving your all to something, and if it's like that person chooses to step out and go follow that delusional path of whatever, then that's on them. Like they, that's not your fault. You can't control that. So it's like you have to remind yourself it's social media. It's another thing out there, like you said. It makes it easier.
But
it doesn't. It's still not something
easier.
where it's like it shouldn't affect. It shouldn't break.
Listen, it shouldn't.
It's not that serious, is what I'm saying.
It's not that serious. It makes it easier, but your man could not have social media and still be going to the 80-year-old Asian lady and getting his dick pulled. So you worried about social media and your man not having it, but every chance he gets, he's at the rub and tug. You be worried about the wrong thing. So for me, I'm like, have social media, do whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it is out of your control.
And I feel like the more we try to control those things, like...
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's a whole nother topic. Like, I could, there's people that make it like they don't want you to have Instagram, and now the person has a sneaky, I don't know what else is out there.
Hinge.
But yeah. It's happened. It has happened.
So for us, I don't think like I said, if you had social media, I would walk a straight and narrow path to just say, it's the same thing as looking through your girl's phone. If you're looking through your girl's phone, you're insecure about something. That's bottom line. If you think that you're not holding up, your end of the deal, and you feel like your girl has to go look elsewhere for it, then you got to look yourself in the mirror. That's one. And that goes with social media, whatever else. Letting your partner going out somewhere, going here, there. What else? Girls trip.
Girls trip.
We all know what happens on girls trips. Right?
So you're saying I can't go on that girls trip next month?
I'm saying the exact opposite. I'm saying go on the girls trip.
Right. You can't control.
Have social media. Listen, if you end up out there in the yonder and you personally feel like this is better than what we have,
then so be it.
then you gotta do that.
Right.
The last thing I would want is to be in a relationship with a person whose desire is so high to be somewhere else. I'm still not in a relationship with you.
Agreed. And you're going crazy, driving yourself crazy, trying to control this person, telling them don't have this, have that, don't like this girl's picture, like this. You're going crazy trying to control someone that deep down their desire is to do that anyway. So it's like you could fight all you want for it. What they're gonna do, what they're gonna want to do, is how I look at it.
Like I said, male and females get so caught up in social media. Oh, you can't follow this. You can't do that. You can't do this. Like, listen, when you tell a kid he can't go out, well, I know this for me. When you tell your kid, oh, you can't go out, you're grounded, da 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 da. Every time I couldn't go out, I snuck out the window. Every time I was grounded, I stole the car. Every time you feel what I'm saying? So it's either
the more you tell someone don't, I feel like too, it just.
You either want to be on this side with your partner or on the other side against them, and then, causing war,
Yeah.
Social media, honestly, specifically social media, has got us back together.
Mm-hmm. So it helped us.
We also omitted social media for the first 4 or 5 maybe years. Still now, we've omitted social media as a whole. But I think we've also graduated to a point where
go ahead, have the social media.
outside factors don't really threaten us.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, go ahead, have the social media.
Yeah.
Go ahead, follow every girl in the state.
Yeah, and me too. Like, girls trip, cool. I'll pay for it. What are we doing? Honestly, once you're secure with yourself, social media shouldn't matter. We went out to the bar the other night, and you were with some of the friends. Guy comes up to you. You guys were talking. I guess he was trying to talk to you. Like, for me, is it my place to be like, nah, bro, she's good? Or is it your place?
My place.
It's the same thing with social media. When you get the DM,
all right,
I can't control how you handle that. That's
right.
On you.
Yep.
When you get the comments, the likes, you feel however you want to feel about it, but it's not my place to play cop.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I'm not here for that. If I trust my woman, I trust her to be the what's it called? The goalie.
The goalie?
Yeah, blocking the shots.
Oh, yeah.
Blocking the shots. I don't, because then I could trust her anywhere in the world.
Could you trust me in Italy?
Yeah.
When the manager...
I didn't trust you the minute I let you out that car. That's why I parked so fast. That is why I parked so fast. Nah, no cap. Yo, listen, you can trust your girl anywhere in the world.
Don't trust her in Italy.
Don't trust her in Milan.
When she starts getting free champagne from pizza managers.
Don't trust her in Milan. You ever listen to Future? Don't trust her in Milan, you heard?
True story.
The demons are out there. Anyways, there's a entire world out there, and yes, it's all right there on social media, and yes, it's very easy to say, and this goes back to your point. I think it's very easy to say that, oh, I can just go get this and this and this because you see it.
Right.
You think it's tangible. You think it's right there in your lap because you're seeing it on a phone.
Right.
But let me give you a rude awakening. All of those things that people see that they think they can get overnight takes time, takes effort, And 9 times out of 10, the things that you think you want, you probably don't even want it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
how many times I've been on a girl's social media, I'm like, damn. Go to her reel, she starts talking. We close the whole thing down. How many times you probably feel like that? Damn, he's hot, but he's dumb.
Idiot.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so social media, what effect has it had on our relationship?
Nothing really, because it's non-existent.
Yeah, because it's non-existent.
And I feel like you said, if it was existent at this point, I think that we're mature enough into our relationship to just trust who we are and trust that the other person values us and sees us for that and is not gonna.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the security that lies in us comes with us
Communicating?
communicating, one, but two, building our own selves up, like to a maximum level. Like neither one of us are perfect, but I think we bring such a high, like,
Yeah, our own best version of ourselves, I feel like.
yeah, we definitely do. And I think the security of that in ourselves makes it harder for things to affect us.
Right. All right. I agree.
Yeah. All right.